Hey there, my name's Boopadoop. Boop, I have been requested to do a type of series on how maps work in Arknights, specifically enemy pathing and patterns to watch out for. So since Invitation to Wine, the rerun just started, it should be up right now. I have not seen these maps in a year. I don't know what they do. Maybe I'll remember a little bit, but what I'll be doing is I'll be going through all of the EX stages, and I will be looking at the map beforehand, and then the auto deploy. So we're gonna start with EX-1. It's a relatively simple impulse stage, or it looks relatively simple. You'll see here that there are no melee range deployment restrictions, so there are no range tiles here. They're all the same aim tile. So we have two red boxes here and two red boxes on the left as well. When I first look at this map, I'll probably think that with these two red boxes on the right, they'll just gun straight for these two blue boxes on the left, right? They won't zigzag, they won't go up and down on anything like that. But for these two boxes, if this were a map where there were deployed boxes to change enemy pathing, you know, like 4-4, or I would say that these two red boxes go gun straight to the blue boxes on the right, but since that's not the case, these red boxes are probably going to have maybe a ranged enemy or some type of tough enemy that will zigzag through like this. This will go something like this maybe, and then into this blue box, and then for this bottom left one, it's the same thing except just the other way, and up to this is top right box. That's my prediction for how it goes. I won't be looking at enemy information because that kind of spoils it a little bit, I would say, because we're going into this map blind, right? So I won't be auto-deploying these stages, but I will be playing them out just so we can see whether that prediction of mine was correct, and if it's not, then maybe I could explain why Hypergriff decided to do that, right? As for why I believe these two left red boxes have that zigzag type of pattern, that's just how Hypergriff does things, right? It's just a pattern that I've noticed over the hundreds of maps that they've had where enemies that are tough or enemies that have range, they'll make circles or zigzags, and it will throw loops into strategies, right? Because if all the enemies just gun for the blue boxes, that would be very stale, right? Alright, so yeah, let's play the map. Since this is a relatively simple map, I probably won't go too in depth onto what team you could take, what team one could take. But for now, I'll just stick with two vanguards, maybe some anti-air snipers because of how this event's mechanic it works. And if you haven't seen my video on that, you can check that out right now. It should be up as well. We definitely want some arts damage. If you have Ethan, you should probably get Ethan. He works at E0, don't worry about that. It's better if he's E1, of course, but he works at E0. I'll grab Amiya. Let's grab a medic. What are the chances I could beat the stage with this? I don't know. I'm just putting my money where my mouth is. This probably could beat the stage. Probably.
Operation commencing. Observe and determine
I hope I don't have to explain why I'm doing this, but it's essentially just get your vanguards out ASAP, make sure that they're ready to generate your DP, because the faster you get your vanguards out, the faster they're going to generate your deployment points, right? Now, the reason why Blue Poison is here is it's very simple. She's here to take out the ads, right? That's the only other reason. And there we go. There's the enemies. We're gonna put down silence so that Blue Poison doesn't die. So the reason why Ethan is here is because A, he's got that bind, plus he's got that dot, right? Every dot is 1 tick of damage, right? And that's very good against the ads. I should probably assist with this. It's fine, don't worry about it. So, by the way, these peacock enemies that come from this top left box, they do have a taunt, right? Your ranged enemies will attack them first. You know, I probably should have deployed these units over here to the right just so we could see these pathing. But as you can see, this is sort of like going again in they're going down and then up, and then this teacup is going up and then down, right? So I think... I'm gonna turn down voices for the next video.
We need to see the composition of the infection in this area.
But yeah, that's EX-1. And again, for future maps, I'll probably make sure that we can see the entirety of enemy pathing. But yeah, this is a relatively simple map. There's not much to add. So another thing that I want to mention is that if you were watching the map, you might have noticed that the peacock enemies only came from this box, and the teacups only came from this bottom left one. Hypergriff also does that a lot, where one type of enemy will only come from one type of box. So if you see that happening, you don't have to worry about it, you know, a surprise boss coming from the tile or something like that, or, you know, some random dogs or other enemies, right? A Hypergriff usually doesn't do that on maps like these, or on maps in general where throughout most of the map one enemy comes from one type of box. You can trust that, right? And we'll see that going forward as well, that usually from one box, one, maybe even 2 types of enemies come from. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.